Trailers are the enemy of Stonington, Illinois native Jason Bliesner. If he needs to take his crown jewel of a build somewhere, he's driving it there, showing it off, burning some rubber, then driving it home again. To some, he's abusing it, but to Bliesner, he's just having a good time and enjoying his creation. Between running a construction company, operating a bar, owning a car wash, and managing several rental properties, he still found time to commit to his passion project. Cruising down the highway, he will undoubtedly get hundreds of stares and grins from gearheads passing by. In fact, he'll tell you straight up that he gets pulled over all the time. But it's not because he's speeding or doing anything wrong. It's mostly just cops that can't help stopping him to get a closer look. The ride in question, a chopped and lowered rat rod 1941 Chevy school bus with a crazy diesel engine inside to match it. It's our Diesel of the Week.
This video is brought to you by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. Visit AMSOIL.com for more information.
Hey everyone, I'm Evan Laux for Engine Builder, and today we're breaking down Jason Bliesner's 1941 Chevy school bus with a P-pumped 12-valve 5.9-liter compound turbo Cummins under the hood. Growing up, Bliesner's father owned a junkyard where he collected classic cars, and even now he continues to buy them and has around 150 cars from the early 30s up through the 60s. Attending auctions and scouting for interesting vehicles has become second nature for both of them. The pair even traveled 700 miles away from home to bid on an old Ford bus. After being outbid, they came home with their Chevy school bus for a cool $2,700. The next step was making some refurbishments and finding a proper engine. He found the 5.9-liter Cummins on eBay and traveled to Iowa to pick it up. He was very wary of stacking too much horsepower on the old engine too early and opted to tear it apart for a rebuild. The goal was to create something as close to bulletproof as possible so that he could get as much use out of the engine and vehicle as possible. Bliesner used his background and expertise to complete most of the welding and fabrication work on the vehicle and requested the help of a few other businesses and friends with the engine side of things. Most of the machine work was undertaken by nearby Quality Engine Machine Shop. Drew DeClerc of DeClerc Custom Machine assembled the refreshed 5.9-liter and Scheid Diesel cut the block for fire rings. Inside, the Cummins received ARP main and head studs, a Hamilton 188x220 hot streak camshaft with tappets, heavy-duty push rods, and 180-pound valve springs. The build also received port and polish work performed on the head, new cam bearings, and a pump built to 4,500 RPM. The factory manifold was flipped upside down to make room for a compound turbo setup with a 5-inch system and rain cap. A high-pressure waste-gated S363 sits underneath the hood, while a BorgWarner S472 non-waste-gated atmospheric charger sticks out the top and kicks in at around 25 psi of boost. As for the fuel, a Scheid Diesel P7100 fuel injection pump with custom bent stainless injection lines and 5x13 injectors were installed. A Summit Racing 20-gallon aluminum fuel cell and a homemade fuel system with a fast 260-gallon-per-hour lift pump helped the engine make power. With all of its upgrades, the engine puts out around 650 horsepower and 1,200 pound-feet of torque. Bliesner regularly takes the Rat out for drives and fills it with his friends. Over the past 2 years, he's racked up 18,000 miles. As a gearhead, he often takes it to meetups, car shows, bike rallies, or truck pulls. Burnout competitions are yet another place you'll likely see Bliesner and his bus. If you're anything like us, we don't blame the cops for pulling him over for a closer look either. Well, that does it for this episode of Diesel of the Week. Thanks to our series sponsor AMSOIL. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And remember, if you have a diesel engine you'd like to see featured, please email our editor Greg Jones at gjones@babcocks.com. Thanks for watching.